Welcome into the Clear as Mud Podcast with your host, Peepaw Riveter, and the long-lost world traveler, Banana Grabber. Banana Man, how are you doing? And welcome back to American Soul.
I am great now that I'm back in the great state of Texas. And by the way, your mic is echoing pretty hard. Hey, there's a dead on Dave in the chat, JFA, and hi, Kite. So it looks like JFA says, appears to be about 5'6". The struggle is real indeed. Yeah, I'm actually 5 feet tall.
Okay.
You're about 6 inches too high there. I'm a dwarf. Yeah.
So hopefully the echo has stopped.
Let's see. Yep, it stopped.
Okay, good deal.
Good to go.
Good deal. Great. Okay, so anyway, we're going to get into your travels because you did little travels, went over across the Great Pond. Yep. But I got a little funny thing I came across today that I wanted to kind of share with us, kind of a little to set the, I guess, mood or whatever. Anyway, I came across this tweet came across my Twitter feed, I guess, whatever. Oh, yeah. Am I not shared? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta share it. No, you're good.
I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to share my screen. Maybe I want to be selfish today. Did you ever think about that? Huh?
Keep your cards close to your chest.
Keep them extremely close to my chest.
Okay. You know what's going on in the show. I know.
Okay. So you should be able to see it now. Can you see it?
Yeah, we got Lori Penny, writer, journalist, happy little feminist gender goblin.
Gender goblin, yes. The Hunting of Bly Manor, the Nevers and More, latest book, Sexual Revolution 2022.
All right, let's click on that profile pic, see what she looks like a little closer there. Yep, that's about what I would expect.
Yeah,
so
definitely a
holding the Starbucks drink.
Definitely a gender goblin. There you go. But anyway,
okay.
So she put out this tweet, says,
oh, look at there, Leon.
Yeah, our buddy Leon says, I don't know who this man is, but I think I just felt my vagina seal shut forever.
Uh-oh, that's not good. You should probably go to a doctor.
Probably should see a doctor, 100%. 100% need to go see.
Unusual.
So anyway, let's take, if we would, let's take a little bit of a look here, see, if you will. Let's listen to what Leon Lush had to say that's got her vagina sealing shut.
If I put the seat up to urinate and then put it down after I'm done, at your request, that is 2 seat repetitions per urinary event. This arrangement means that if you go into the bathroom, you can just sit down and urinate and leave with 0 seat repetitions per urinary event. Would it not then be a fair and equitable marriage arrangement, creating a scenario where we are both responsible for only 1 seat repetition per urinary event? And she's gone.
Okay.
It's hilarious to me that you used the intro by XX, a hipster song from back when I was in high school. That's very funny during the coffee shop era of music where everyone was dressed like Mumford & Sons.
Okay.
Very good, Leon. Yeah.
So,
pissing off the wife.
So anyway, that is 100% a bit, right? I mean, that's just, right. And that's so anybody that knows Leon or consumes some of Leon's content, especially with his wife.
Yes, Toxic Dome. She did in fact walk away.
Did she walk away? Yes, she did. She did walk away. But if you know anything about Leon and his wife, they have a very tongue-in-cheek back and forth. And if you have not ever watched the Leon Lush, I think they call it the Lush Life channel, it's him and his wife doing a reactionary type review of memes and things. Oh, hang on here. We got a dono from JFA, and JF says, so glad Buffalo Chris the Narc released you from his floorboards, Banana Grabber. It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. Hey, Banana Grabber, welcome back, bro.
I got the hose many times. I was refusing to comply with Chris's demands. Luckily, though, I escaped his captivity, or my captivity.
I just bet you did. I bet you got that hose multiple times.
I don't want to talk about it. Frankly, there's a Twitter post coming that will elucidate all those claims.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. So anyway, that young lady she just needs
Yeah.
to.
Well, speaking of, she said something about vagina or vagina sealing set. There is a vagina museum in London.
Is there?
I'm very remiss to say that I fucking did not go to.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. And Hezekiah says in the chat, I ditched pussy for this. Entertain me. Well, I think there's a main problem there.
if you did
YouTube content.
Listen here, Hezekiah. If you forego a little bit of the afternoon delight for this, dude, you're so going to be disappointed. That's all I want to say. Oh man. So anyway, let's get into your trip.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've got kind of a little slideshow of some pictures and stuff that Banana shared with me. So I'm going to go through this. You kind of can, and this is your story. So you regale us because I don't even know the story, right? I would not let him tell me because I wanted to go into this code, as it were, and just kind of react. Yeah. So anyway, Stud Muffin, here you are in the big town of London, right? London is your city.
Yeah, well, I landed at like 5 in the morning, like 5:45.
Okay.
And my Airbnb, I couldn't check in until 3 p.m.
Oh,
so
wow.
I walked around London for a while, and I literally went to this park. I was like a mile away from my Airbnb. Yeah. And I laid my jacket down and I fell asleep for like 2 hours. I didn't have anything else to do. But the pictures are in chronological order, so I guess you could go like the first one.
Well, I don't know if they're chronological order or not, so I may have botched that a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, if it is, just bear with me here, right? Remember what you're working with.
I can't tell because that's just how the nature of like going to a thing with a bunch of people who have online presences go. Yeah. But we met up at the first. The food is so fucking bland. I thought it was a joke, but no. Honestly, it depends on where you go. Like right now, London is or the United Kingdom is going through like a fucking down. What is it? Like a fucking economic crash because of overspending. Okay. So
like a major recession, then, right?
It's coming, pretty bad. Like because their debts, they've been accumulating debt faster than anyone can fucking blink. But so, anyways, what that means is the pound has crashed really close to the dollar, and so my money went really far.
Well, that's good. I guess good for you, bad for them.
And I was expecting, like, as high as a kite said, the food to be shit, but honestly, like every meal I had was fucking insane. Like it was really good.
Okay. So it wasn't the stereotypical, or what we hear is bland, flavorless, just, you know.
Well, I went to this like high end, the place I went to was Hackney. So like it was a little like artsy fartsy, like hipster town.
Okay.
And I'm like from the South. So like I went to this like high end coffee shop and got eggs on toast with sausage in a Americano, which apparently everyone will ask you black or with sugar or stuff like that. But you know, Americano is obviously like a black coffee, right?
Okay.
But since I'm a tourist, they don't know that. But anyways, I just ate like an animal in this tiny little coffee shop that no one can exist in. Like and it was just funny to me that I couldn't like I had no manners. And literally I was like elbow to elbow with a bunch of different Brits.
Okay. So is this what we're seeing here of this Eleanor Arms? Is that what you're talking about? Is this the little coffee shop that you went to? Or?
No, that's just the first place I saw, like when I was walking through London to my Airbnb. I literally just snapped a pic because I was like mid walk. To see like.
So you just saw, you thought that was interesting and you just took a picture of it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, cool enough. Okay. So here we go. This is some
This is the first night. Okay. So we all met at a pub, and guy in the back is Nick Golo. Okay. And the girl on the right is Seth, my poker buddy from the poker server.
Yeah.
And she's a badass fucking vet. She's a helicopter pilot.
Okay. Cool.
And she could put him away too, beer wise.
Okay.
We were all like drinking. Yeah.
I notice you're drinking I'm going to say is probably a Guinness, right? Stout.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking sick.
Ah.
Like Guinness tastes way better over there.
I would have, yeah.
I think that's what Tommy was telling me, and
yeah.
I didn't think that was a thing, but then I had one. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, this is amazing. No, but like the first thing I do, so like this is where Joey was staying tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Who is another member of the poker server.
It was staying
And
in the pub.
Yeah. Well, there's like a hotel above the pub.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't actually just living in the pub then.
No, you
Okay.
might as well.
Might as well have. Okay.
But we all met up there, and
Yeah.
you know, about 7 p.m. And
Okay.
the first person I saw was Tommy at the bar because I could hear a loud New Yorker from outside. I think you have to understand.
Imagine that you hear Tommy Callahan outside.
Well, no, but like the thing is like London. It's weird. Like there's a culture shock when you go to the UK. Like it's so quiet.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible. Like the streets are quiet. It'll be like rush hour, and people are just like whispering to each other. It's
Okay.
so quiet, as opposed to America where everyone's screaming about something all the time.
Sure.
Anyways, I walk up to this pub, and I'm like, I don't think I'm at the right place. And then all of a sudden, I hear Tommy's cackle from outside, and I'm like, oh, that he's in there.
Yeah.
I'm in the right place. Yeah, I walk in to see him, and I think who was it? Maybe Deckard at the bar. No,
Okay.
Deckard wasn't there yet. It might have been Seth at the bar. Anyways,
Yeah.
I said hello. I tried to give him a handshake, but he gave me a big hug. So he's really
Tommy,
yeah,
the big softy.
he's a good guy. Good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
he couldn't bring his poker chips, so he couldn't play poker. So that was unfortunate.
Oh,
like
no.
some was like TSA on German's end or whatever.
Okay,
Germany's
sure.
end.
Sure.
Yeah. But we all had a bunch of drinks, had a good time. Yeah, that's a picture of me, Tommy, Seth, Joey, and Kavos. And Kavos showed up a bit late with Detective Deckard, and they were pretty cool guys.
Yeah. So you got you rubbed elbow there with some I guess you'd call it.
Fucking Joey's like
even.
6'5", and then
Yeah.
Kavos is taller. Kavos is like slouching because he's taller than Joey. I think Kavos is like 6'7".
No shit.
And Joey, yeah, and Tommy's 6'1", and I'm 6 foot. And
Yeah.
Seth is a little bitty. Seth's like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say she kind of looks like she's on the short end of the stick there. Yeah. So
Yeah, but we all had a few beers, and then
Yeah.
after that, we went to go get into a club at like 3 a.m. So
Oh,
I
no.
hitched a ride in Tommy's black taxi.
yeah.
And then we got to the club, but Kavos like talked to the doorman to try to get us in past the queue,
Yeah.
and he was like, no. He saw us, and he was like,
Well, I don't blame him. One look at you, Banana, is enough to say, nah, I am.
Well, it's
there's no
funny.
way.
I was wearing my my work boots, so they're like steel toe boots, and they were rough. Like I was dressed like you know, like a Southerner,
Yeah.
not somebody that should be in a nice club. I wasn't
Yeah.
dressed up.
You wasn't.
Yeah,
Just,
so we went and got like fried chicken at some like dinky hole in the wall Pakistani
Jesus Christ.
like fried chicken joint. We were all too blitzed out of our mind.
Fried chicken at 4 o'clock in the morning. Can you
Yeah.
get any more stereotypical,
Joe-
drunk or behavior
Oh,
and stuff, right?
Joey is like one of the most hilarious people I've ever met in my life. Like he's
Okay.
he's exactly as he is online, and that's so
Okay.
rare.
Yeah.
So like, but like we were all too loud in the fried chicken joint, and the guy
Oh,
came
no.
over and he's like, "Excuse me," he's like, "Can y'all please be quiet? There's somebody upstairs trying to sleep, like the owner or something." And we got kicked out of the fried chicken joint. Yeah.
God, they didn't have a Waffle House you could have went to? They don't have Waffle
No.
Houses in London? Oh man.
No, everything is like really close together and compact. It's very tiny.
Yeah.
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 We don't have any Waffle Houses. No, I'm sure there's like a Waffle House equivalent, but no.
No? Okay. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Well, that's you and Joy. Yeah, Joy dwarfs you, dude.
He's a fucking he makes me look like a tiny man. Yeah, and I'm not
Yeah.
small. I'm a tall guy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey's a fucking giant.
He's a giant. Yeah.
I beat him in an arm wrestling match though. So I beat
Oh,
I
yeah.
had I challenged 4 people to an arm wrestling match, and I won every single one. So
Okay.
I don't know what the limeys are doing over there, but they need to eat their protein.
Eat the protein. Okay. So I think that
Yeah,
may
we were
be
at,
all.
like the second day we were at another pub with
Yeah.
Deckard. We were watching the football game because they were all like, Tommy's into his football arc.
Oh yeah.
And we're watching Man City versus somebody. I don't know. I don't watch football.
Yeah.
But I was
Now,
just
hang
there
on.
having a good
Just
time.
for clarification, when you say football, you're talking about what
Soccer.
we in America call soccer, but over there they call it
Yeah.
football. Yeah. Okay. So they were watching a game. So right.
Yeah. And those motherfuckers kept getting up to smoke cigarettes. I was too. When you're in London,
Sure.
do as the Londons do. But
Yeah.
everybody got up at the same time and made the mistake of leaving the table, and so some guy grabbed it,
Oh, no.
some local. But we came back. He was super nice. I was like, "Hey, can we sit back here?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fine." And he's just waiting for his friends to show up. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Until his friends show up, we'll chill out."
Yeah.
But apparently, this is a guy that is from London, and he went to he lived in Colorado for a bit, and he just got
Okay.
back.
Okay.
And I challenged him to an arm wrestling match. He put up the best fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
he'd
was-
been over
it
and
was-
had some of that good Colorado and beef, probably, right?
Yeah, probably hiking or
Yeah.
something.
Hockey. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think if I
Yeah.
remember right, I think these are all the pictures of like just, your meetup with all of the online,
All the
whatever.
online people.
Yeah,
I have
I
nothing
think-
to say to them because I'm divorced from YouTube by a lot. So
You're
I heard
divor-
them talking about YouTube and stuff. I was like, cool. That's awesome, man.
So you didn't
Network?
See,
No.
okay, so I wouldn't call it networking, right? But what I would, well, maybe a little bit, but like I would have loved to sit down and just listen to like Kavos and Tommy and LT
I was too far
Deckard.
gone to pay attention. They were talking about all that stuff and all the juicy details, but I was so gone. I
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
I couldn't pay attention. I was just like, cool. Where are we getting food? Deckard brought a ghost chili hot sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was called like pain or torture or something.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
tried
yeah.
some of it,
Yeah.
and it was brutal. But I
Yeah.
didn't bitch out.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's
I
good.
didn't ask for no water. Yeah.
Yeah. So the rest of the pictures and whatever is just like, I guess, different tourist type things that you went and seen pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is like the main museum in London.
Okay.
It's there's no possible way I can describe to you how goddamn big this building is.
Yeah.
Like if you see the
yeah.
facade on the left, you can't really get a good look at it, but on the left or right, there's a giant, grandiose facade.
Yeah.
Each of those are like separate buildings as well,
Okay,
but it's all
okay.
one building. And this is like
So-
the atrium or like the whatever.
So what you're saying is like off to these steps to the left go up to a building, and then the steps, I guess, to the right go off to another
No.
building. No.
No. So like the steps wrap around up to a higher platform behind
Okay.
that big circle column,
Okay.
and it goes back into the back room. But those two
Okay.
on the left and right are separate entryways into another part of the museum.
Okay. So
This museum,
where the columns and stuff are, then, right?
you could spend a whole day in this museum and not see everything in there.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts how big. And I guess the coolest part, like I didn't really have time to see a bunch of stuff, but I started
Yeah.
it like, so they have this section that goes like pre-Neolithic man
Sure.
all the way up to like the Apollonian and Dionysian Greco-Roman type shit.
Sure.
What I didn't know, and maybe I'm like unlearned, I don't give a shit, I'm from the South, is that fucking Rome occupied Britain for like how long? Like 367 years.
Yeah.
From
well-
like 8043
yeah.
to 8410.
Well, see, Rome, when they conquered the world, which they did, they ruled all of that area, right? The Italy, UK, where what we now call UK, Great Britain. They conquered all of the Israel, where Pakistan, Iranian, all that region in there, they conquered everything. I mean, they just they just controlled everything. So
Another thing about this too is one of the most fascinating things as an American going to London, all these buildings predate anything, literally any building in the United States by like hundreds of years.
Sure.
And so like when you take that into account and you look at these like grandiose structures, you're like, it took them hundreds of years to build these things.
Sure.
And like we don't build stuff like this anymore. Like these type of buildings.
Yeah, no.
Like and this is immaculate, beautiful. Like this, I think this is St. Paul's Cathedral. And the cool thing about St. Paul's Cathedral, this is kind of like a side of it. It's a really poor shot.
Yeah.
Again, the picture does not do justice to how fucking massive these buildings are.
Massive as it is, yeah.
But the thing about London that's unique, somebody told me this while I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm probably butchering it, but for sake of conversation, here we go.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Man, that island fucked my My allergies up really bad.
Yeah.
But London had an ordinance that predated any kind of modern construction
Yeah.
that St. Paul's Cathedral was so important that they said they set an ordinance early on that nothing would block the skyline view of the dome.
Okay.
And so London is built in a way where they have all of their commercial like finance district, like
Sure.
the giant skyscrapers like New York.
Sure.
They're all cordoned off on an island called the Island of Dogs.
Okay.
And it's like a little peninsula.
Yeah.
But and that's where they have a literal walled off city where they have all their like big huge buildings. And then to the left of that is central London, when you can see from the skyline St. Paul's Cathedral almost from like any direction if you're high enough up.
Yeah.
It's really fucking beautiful. Yeah. And it makes London's like the most unique city I've ever seen, because it's just strange how close knit everything is and accessible it is. And it really is nice.
Well, when I traveled to Washington D.C. back about I guess it's probably been like how many years has it been now? Probably about 7 years ago. And when you're up there and there's all these buildings that are like really, really old, like from the founding basically of our nation, right? And and you stop that, well, man, these things are old, but then you go to quote the old world, right, which is where we came from, Europe, right, and you go there, and you see these buildings like that predate us, in our nation. They're older than how long the United States has even been around. I could see that being like kind of overwhelming in a way, and just how it would Godsmack you, just like
It's incredible. There's no way to
Yeah.
explain it other than just
Yeah.
being there and taking it in.
Yeah.
Because it's you just like from an American perspective, like there really is
Yeah.
nothing like London over here.
Yeah.
Like it at all. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Manhattan is the closest thing I think, and it
Yeah.
doesn't even come close to
Yeah.
really describing what you're there
Yeah.
seeing. That's just another view of St. Paul's Cathedral.
Paul, yeah.
Yeah, that's an archway in between St. Paul's and the courtyard,
Okay.
connected to another building.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can see, well, if you go back, you can see each of the little sculptures on the inlays and stuff like that.
Sure.
All those things that took like really, really precise craftsmanship and
Sure.
stuff like that. You're lagging quite a little bit.
I am.
Yeah, on my end. I don't know if it's on your end, but for me.
No, it's my stuff looks good here. So
Okay, and this is the front of St. Paul's, and I believe this is St. Paul's. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments. But it to kind of get an idea of the scale of this thing, if you look back at the left center pillar, you can see somebody sitting down.
Yeah.
And that kind of puts in perspective how fucking big this thing is.
Yes.
Like the wide angle shot kind of reduces it, but if you
Yeah.
like look back far enough and you see that person, you compare it to the rest of it, it's fucking crazy. It's
Yeah.
really
Well, and there's a person here just to the right of them that's standing. And of course, if they're say their average height, and they're we'll say 5'10" to 5 foot I'm sorry, 5'8", 9", or whatever, to like 5'11" is when they're. So we'll say ballpark 6 foot. I mean, that's how many
yeah, it's fucking huge.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very okay. Also, Joey Westside, your running mate, is in the chat. It says that is St. Paul's.
Hey, what up, Joey? Yeah, Joey, we had a great time. That was awesome, man. I can't wait to come back. That's hands down my favorite vacation I've ever been on.
Yeah.
And I've been all over the United States. Like I've been the only other country I've been to is Mexico. But I've literally traveled the entire United States. There's nothing like London. It's fucking insane.
Well, I was very tickled that you got to go. I was happy that you got to go. I was very envious. I would have loved to have been able to swing it and went over there with you and hung out. And I do plan on, getting over there one of these days, and I would hopefully maybe, Seth, Joey, maybe Tommy, some of those other guys, we can, meet up one evening and have a pint, as they say. I think it would
I plan on going back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time, if it works
either.
out, I can, we can travel together or something. So, because Lord knows I need a keeper. So, okay, that looks like it's just another shot of it. Okay. So this looks like it's like, what's this? Like the metro or
This is like
something?
this is like the tube station. I don't know what the
Okay.
name of this is. It's just a big immaculate construction that I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And right outside is like central London.
Yeah.
It's also there's this other there's this huge building that has like a clock tower that's right
Okay.
outside this building that there's a train in that building that goes all the way to France. And it's
Mm,
like a $200 ticket.
yeah.
But I think it goes under the ocean or whatever. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
Can't remember.
Well, I know that over there, or what I've always been told is that once you actually get over into Europe, travel between the different countries is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, like I looked at flights. Yeah, Joey says it's the Eurostar.
the Eurostar.
I looked at flights from Heathrow to like, Prague, Germany, stuff like that. It's like $60-$70. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really not expensive. Yeah. So you can make a day of it,
Oh, 100%, right? 100%.
I mean, you might want to spend more than a day if you're going to another country, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay. So this looks like just, I guess, a street view, maybe?
Yeah, this
No?
is just central London streets, some buildings in the background. I don't know what
Yeah.
buildings, but it's fucking
Yeah.
sick. Gives you an idea of the architecture that you're looking at walking
Yeah.
around.
Did it seem like the architecture there, Banana, did it seem like it was kind of, I don't know, like there was like some, I don't know what you'd call it, purpose. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just, like here in the States, a lot of times when you go to a city, whatever, this building will look this way or that building will look that way or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in their development as a like nation, they've had, they have a couple hundred years, not couple, but a lot more hundreds of years of planning than we do.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
art, like in so places like London, they're designed to be close knit, walkable cities. You can't have that in the United States because there's no community like that. Like everything's so
Yeah.
far apart that you don't have highly dense population centers that could support this kind of thing.
Sure.
That's why a city like London is so unique is because you don't have miles and miles apart between the next, thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else you got here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this is the station, St.
go-
Pancras or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the one. This is the place that does the train that goes to France.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building. That's Ralph Wiggum picking his nose. This is in Hackney, Hackney Wick, which is
Okay.
like a really artsy fartsy part of London
Okay.
that I was staying in. There's
Yeah.
fucking graffiti everywhere. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. No, I think certain graffiti is real cool to see. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, if it's done right, I think it's very,
This is my Airbnb. The place I stayed at was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The owner, I had a little tip for the owner about what
Uh-huh.
constitutes clean. But anyways, and we paid. Long story short, the person that I requisitioned a stay with charged us like a $300 cleaning fee, and
Oh,
I cleaned a little bit. Like I
Yeah.
picked up after myself. I wasn't a fucking slob.
sure.
But I'm not gonna fucking deep clean your stupid Airbnb when you charge me a $300 fucking cleaning and service fee.
Sure.
And so now we're going back and forth in the emails, and that's fun. I
Yeah.
really fucking hate these people. But anyways, the place we stayed at was beautiful.
Yeah.
She had a room that was like a study, and
Yeah.
it was a big glass room. And
Yeah.
in the mornings when it was raining, I could sit in there and listen to the rain and just like look at the sky and shit, and it was fucking sick.
Well, I mean,
Made
what
it
did
worse.
you? So what did you do? Like leave a cat turd in the floor? I mean, dirty dishes
No,
in the sink?
we fucking literally like there was like like it was the average kind of mess. Like I picked up all the trash. The trash was collected and put like.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This woman, she is so scatterbrained. She
Okay.
forgot to empty her receptacles of trash, and we didn't know like what to fucking do with it. So fucking we had like half a trash, half a recycling and stuff like that. So we just
Yeah.
like we bagged stuff and set it by the trash.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't out. It was fucking
Yeah.
like set there.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
It
and we
was
separated everything according-
ready to go, right? To be just.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
did the dishes. I cleaned the counters. Like
Yeah.
there was a little bit of stuff on the floor, like like little crumbs and shit.
Sure.
But, like I'm not gonna sweep and mop. You're charging me $300 for a fucking cleaning fee. You out
Yeah,
of your fucking mind?
that seems a bit much. One of the things, because not too long ago, we traveled over into Texas. My family did to see my
Yeah.
son and whatever. And, I got to meet up and hang out with you for an evening, right? And some of the places that I looked at, like they would have this like really absorbent, what I thought like quote cleaning fee, right? Like
Yeah.
$150, $200 and stuff. And I'm like, for what? You know? Are
It's a
you
fucking
kidding?
scam. That's like how
Yeah.
the Airbnb people, like, they make their profit is like they charge that fee, and then on top of that, they're like, "Oh, they trashed the place," and we fucking didn't. So,
Yeah.
anyways, like in the email, she said that the sofa was discolored, and it fucking wasn't. Like nobody spilt anything on the sofa. Nothing was wrong with the sofa. This is exactly. Heisekai said, by the way, this is a thing. The business is dying but those cleafing, yeah. Like what it is people will like want to just like offer up their personal home to
Yeah.
people without
Yeah.
any kind of like hassle of having to upkeep that.
Yeah.
So like with a hotel, they have a whole staff to do all that stuff.
Sure.
But here's the thing: you charge the fee to fucking hire a cleaning lady. When I got there at 12 to drop off my bags because I didn't want to fucking wait till like 3 p.m. and I haggled. She had a cleaning lady cleaning the entire place.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, they abuse it to get more money, and also they have high expectations because they're well-to-do people most of the time.
Yeah.
I think it's because of COVID or something, right? They charge more. No, that's fucked. That's dumb. There wasn't a COVID deep clean, but I know what you're talking about. That was a thing, Joey. Joey says I think it's because of COVID or something, right? They charge more to deep clean it. No, but it's just a racket to get more money out of customers, and I'm not paying any more money.
Yeah.
So that's the good luck.
Yeah.
It's just another view. We all hung out back there, by the way.
Like where the
Tommy,
stumps are.
Yeah, because they met up at our place, and then we all hung out there and talked, shoot the shit, and then we went to go watch the football game. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's just a view from out the kitchen window of the street I was on.
So you're like right on the street then, huh? Yeah.
I wasn't in any big city. I mean, relative to what you mean. Yeah. I was like a 15-minute walk from the big parts of London.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all the slideshow. That's all the pictures. Anyway, but it sounds like you had a blast, man. You got to meet some people, Joey, Tommy, and stuff like that. So it sounds like you had a blast, man.
The most beautiful place that I went to, I unfortunately didn't get too many pictures of just because I was too busy trying to enjoy myself.
Sure.
It's one of those things you have to juggle. Otherwise, you could be too engrossed in pictures and shit. But anyways, Westminster Abbey was fucking sick. Like, I know it's like a tourist trap.
Yeah.
But their Westminster Abbey is where like Big Ben is, their parliament. Yeah. And then if you like literally like a 10-minute walk away is the Queen's Garden. Okay. And what's it called? That fucking the Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
It's all like right there. And what's crazy is their parliament building is like right fucking there next to Big Ben. And you can just like see it through gates.
Now, so since you were there after the Queen's passing.
Yeah.
I mean, was there anything that you felt maybe was a little bit different or?
What was going on was actually pretty crazy. It had nothing to do with the Queen, but there was a bunch of protesters, these like anti-extinction protesters, which is a big thing in London. And I talked to a local there about them. And these are the people that are throwing like tomato soup on fucking Van Gogh pictures.
Oh yeah.
They're gluing themselves to fixtures. And so, but these people are like anti-Tories, which the Tories are like they're conservatives, right?
Yeah.
And so, but they've become such a nuisance that now, like, I think it was Liz Truss who was either debating taking away some facets of free speech and protest, or she already did. Yeah. Because of the nuisance. It's kind of similar kind of in only the name to the trucker thing, but not at all in practice.
Okay.
These people are a bit more rowdy and abusive, I think. Okay. But Liz Truss did resign while I was the second to last day I was there.
Well, yeah, Joe is saying that you're the reason why she had to resign. What happened between you and Miss Truss that,
I don't kiss and tell.
You don't kiss and tell. Fair enough.
But the second day I was there, I was watching BBC and they were talking about it. And it's interesting to see how things work media wise over in London because the way they do media, news media is they have like a state media.
Yes.
It's the British Broadcasting Corporation, but it's
Yeah.
so like they have their own propaganda arm, and
Oh,
it's
sure.
interesting to see from a non, like from an American lens, how
Yeah.
things are run, how they've craft narratives and stuff. It's a little bit different, but it's
Sure.
more of the same when it comes
Okay.
to like manipulating public opinion.
Mm.
Yeah, those Tory protesters were hilarious. They were on like megaphones and shit, and they seem like NPCs with a set dialogue that you really couldn't interact with. No, seriously, like they were playing like the fucking Imperial March, and they're going like,
Yeah.
the Tories have to go. Tories
Yeah.
have to go. I don't know what it's about. I also watched their Parliament's hilarious too because they'll like scream at each other. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's amazing. And there's people that want to like get rid of the way they do things in their Parliament, which is like
Yeah.
rowdy. And I'm like, no, you should amp it up. You should give them
100%.
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they get to
know
fucking-
I saw a thing where like one day the Liz Truss was talking about how she was never going away and was just all this bravado, and then like the next day she comes out and resigns. I'm done.
Yeah, here's a wild thing that I learned while I was over there.
Yeah.
Joey Westside says a mandatory $120 a year or £120 a year just to watch BBC programming, fucking TV license. Did you know that?
No,
Yeah, they have to pay like a fucking tax
just to
even
be able to watch the damn television.
Yes, yeah, it's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. They live in a backwards ass state, huh? No, but it has its pros and cons. Like I could see the allure of living there, but I could also see how it would wear on me over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, cause they do have communities there. Like
Yeah.
so like the place I stayed in Hackney, like it looked like everybody kind of knew each other.
Sure.
Because like everyone's walking to the different shops every day.
Yeah.
That are over there in that small town. There's people every morning at like 6 a.m. when I'd wake up and I go walk around town, go to Tesco's, buy like some groceries or something, just like some little breakfast or just see what's going on.
Sure.
I'd see these like people setting up shops in the middle of the road, and they were setting up like little street vendor like merchants.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, they tear them down because they can't stay up all day. But
yeah,
it just seems really close knit, and they actually have a sense of community, which we don't.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So you evidently you talked to some just strangers, right? People you'd never met before online or otherwise, right?
Yeah, like
so
pubs and stuff.
All right, okay. So were they friendly? Were they cordial? I mean, were they? Did they?
Oh, they're very friendly people.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't standoffish or aloof at all. The only thing that like I got vibes from was just I thought it was attributable to my Texas accent.
Sure.
Like they talk down to you a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because of Americans. I don't know. But they were very friendly and helpful.
Okay. So they're not at all like Joey Westside at all. Is what you're
Joey's
saying.
hilarious. We went to they were having a panic attack trying to find the football game, and Joey went up to a guy well dressed like reading his Sunday newspaper.
Yeah.
At like this posh pub, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, are they playing the game inside?" Hilarious. He didn't even say sorry. He's like, "Hey, oi, mate, are they playing the game inside?"
Oi, mate. Yeah.
You got the telly. It's hilarious.
Cool.
This guy's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You can tell Joey's from out of town. That's what I'm trying to say.
Cool.
Funny.
Okay. Well, is there anything else from your travels or adventures that you want to share with the viewers, or do you maybe want to get caught up on a little bit of what's been going out here in the crazy land that we live in here?
There's one thing I can say. If you ever go to London, go to Greg's and get a sausage roll. Joey's right about that. They have they're not like Texas sausage rolls. You can't compare them. It's apples and fucking oranges. Yeah. But they are delicious. And because they're made with like a pastry, like a flaky pastry.
Yeah.
Like they've got real fucking, pastry bread over there. They don't have this stupid ass fucking Papa can shit.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Since you brought up food, whatever, did you have a proper English breakfast while you were there?
Yes. Yeah. I had eggs on toast the first day. And then I had sausage, eggs, beans, bacon, like an actual English.
Yeah. The blood pudding and the bangers and all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. Good shit.
So did you eat the blood pudding?
No, I didn't get blood pudding. Not that.
or then it's not Joy can correct me here on this, but then I don't think that's considered a traditional English breakfast if you didn't get the blood pudding.
It'll have to be next time when I come back.
Okay.
Joey and I have yet to have. We have to have a English roast dinner too.
Hang on.
That'll be part 2 of my journey.
So JFA wants to know: did you try toad in the hole? And I don't even know. What the hell is a toad in a hole?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It says, got to have the blood pudding. Yeah. See, Joy agrees with me, man. If you don't have the blood pudding, man, you did not have a traditional English breakfast.
Yeah, but I mean, no, other than that, my trip was pretty amazing.
Okay.
I got to see all the sights and enjoy London
Okay.
for what I could. Like, you could
Yeah.
spend your whole life there, and I feel like you wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
see everything.
Okay.
It's just that fucking huge of a city.
Cool. Cool.
But I got to see a lot of stuff, and I had a good time.
Yeah. Cool deal. Well, let me tell you what's been going on in our world since you were off hobnobbing with the Brits.
Yeah, shoot.
So, Boogie 2988 and I sat down and had a nice little conversation on the phone for about an hour.
No shit.
No shit. That was really interesting. I won't bore you too much with everything, but I did a video.
Hold on, real quick, just before you get into that, because Joey said something here. The London Underground is also terrifying. I don't know how. I had a great time in the London Underground. I love the smell of burnt plastic and rubber and screaming babies as this rockety fucking ancient train system shoots down the fucking tunnel at like 300 miles per hour. You're just praying to God it doesn't explode against the wall. No, I don't see why you're upset about the London Underground. You fucking.
Oh God! Oh Jesus!
Like, I felt
delightful,
bad.
man.
This poor little baby was on the tube, just looking around, screaming like
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't blame you. This is not natural. You shouldn't understand what's happening here. It's fucking. The baby's like, why is everyone acting normal when this is pure death on a fucking metal
So what
tube?
you're saying was 100% a death trap.
Oh no, it's I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's
Okay.
fine. If you lived there, you would hate your life because
Oh.
everyone there is wearing like noise canceling headphones. Because like again, it's older than shit, so it's
Yeah.
it's like screeching metal the entire
Yeah.
time, and it's
Yeah.
fucking loud, and it's rickety, it's off-putting.
Yeah.
If you're not used to that kind of thing, if you've never been to a city, you've never
Okay.
ridden a subway system, you'd be scared for your life because it's
Okay.
it seems like a broken carnival ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was Joey West.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like to me, man, you just had a lot of memories to that you made and a lot of fun. And so now did
This is what I
Joy,
can talk about.
yeah, I understand. I mean, there's things that you can't talk about. I get it, brother.
Yeah.
So I want to know something. Did Joy greet you with a big old bear hug or
Oh, I didn't care. I hugged him anyway. But yes, he did. He did give me a hug.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have hugged him anyway. What's he gonna do? He can't fight me. I'll be him in arm wrestling.
Oh, that's
competition.
right. We got some arm wrestling video here. Hang on a second.
That's the wrestling.
Some wrestling. We got us some wrestling. Let me pull up because I captured that video off of your gram,
Oh, you did.
and I had to convert it and do a bunch of magic.
Well, to be
on it.
fair,
To be
it's
fair,
Joey's defense. I do go to the gym every single fucking day. So he put up a valiant effort, but it was in vain.
Where is
No,
it?
and Tommy wouldn't arm wrestle me. I tried to get him to, but he wouldn't. So that's a call out. Next time we're in person, Tommy C better arm wrestle me. Otherwise, he forfeits his right to call him the strongest YouTuber on YouTube, which I doubt he's ever done. But,
Okay, so let's see here.
I love London.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What the fuck is up with y'all's water, Joey? Like y'all have like boilers and shit that you have to turn on a timer, and like even then, like if you barely tap the hot the wrong way, you're either freezing or you burn yourself. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just saying their water system is fucky and I hate it. Because I kept having like cold or scalding hot showers. There was no in between. It was the
Okay.
worst. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the water system is old and temperamental.
It's also very hard water, so it doesn't clean you.
yeah.
It's not saturated with minerals. It's fucking.
Okay, let's see if I can.
Or no, it is. It's oversaturated.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a little 10-second video that came from the gram, and so it looks like that's you and Joey
Joey
Westside.
sitting at the bar. Yeah, that's the first night we were all hanging out.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. Really?
Undefeated.
Dude, he his arm was like a wet noodle. He just got.
Telling you, man, I go to the gym every day.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, Joey says it's a London thing, the water thing. Yeah.
Listen,
well,
Joey,
fuck London.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, dude. I'm a little bit embarrassed for you, man. I'm a little bit embarrassed for you, man.
He's gonna go to the gym and he's gonna train, and then
he needs to do something.
He's gonna beat the shit out of me next time we meet. Just immediately on site.
From what I saw there, I think my 74-year-old widowed mom could probably take him. That's just that was embarrassing, Joy. That was just embarrassing, dude.
And then I beat you twice as fast, and you take it back. Got him. Got
him.
All right. No, we had a great time. It was a blast.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, just kind of a recap for you, just so you kind of know where everything's at. Had an interaction with Boogie. Overall, it was pretty positive. There's a video on my channel about that and what happened and everything. So when you get a chance, the viewers can check that out. You can check it out as well if you care to. Amaranth revealed to the world that she's married, and evidently her husband is a complete and total asshole.
Really? How?
Well, evidently, she was streaming and they got into this big fight. And so she unmuted herself so we could hear the conversation. And
everyone in the chat, let's do a little game. Whenever something happens on the internet, why do we ever make it public? Let's think about it. Put on our thinking caps. Why do you big media influencers and personalities always go straight to making things public? What would be the benefit of that?
Money.
I wonder.
Money.
Oh, you don't say. Okay, anyways.
Okay. But this guy was from all things that have been, well, everything that's been so far brought forth is this guy was verbally, very, very verbally abusive. There's not been any evidence of physical.
I would too. She looks like a psychopath. God.
Who?
Damn.
Amaranth?
Yeah, did you see that video? Like, it's funny that she's making a video about her husband, yet whenever fucking what's her name was doing a video, it was talking to Son about her abuse and her trauma or whatever.
Yeah. She was doing the Wii Sports, whatever it was.
What is important? What's about? What is it all?
Yeah.
She was goofing on her. Oh, so you can goof on victims of sexual assault, but you yourself are immune to it? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just saying it's a little convenient.
Yeah, well, you know. But
I'm sick of this shit. I'm so tired of these fucking these vacuous demons on the internet that just like take advantage of anything because they're psychopaths. Like none of them have any emotions. They're not people. They're not like me and you. They're fucking demons.
You think so?
Sorry. I absolutely believe it.
They try to cancel Keemstar over it because he said that she was scamming people because she was lying about being married and people were donating to her. So they tried to cancel Keem. They tried to cancel Keem over that. And,
what, for the 20th time? Keem's always getting canceled.
Oh yeah.
When is Keem never not being canceled? It's hilarious that Keem's playing that angle because he'll say anything. He doesn't. There's no consistency bandwidth with Keemstar. It's just whatever works. He doesn't have to care about that, and it's amazing because he's immune to it. Like no one, like It's incredible that he's immune to immune to cancellation, 2 immune to consistency. He can just do what he wants. It's truly remarkable.
I think the closest Keemstar ever truly got, as far as even in the ballpark of being canceled, started with the content cop that iDubbbz did on him. Then that was followed up with the whole Leafy.
Why am I getting so much hate?
Exactly, the whole grade A under A and Leafy and Pyrocynical. That triangle of whatever you want to call it, debauchery that went after him.
He hates Boblax, but they have a lot in common when it comes to autism. Like he'll get fixated on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
100%.
obvious he has some form of like of autistic,
Yeah.
bend, because you can't be that hyper focused. I mean, like seriously, like unless you're, I don't know, maybe it's not autism, but it feels like he's just got
it's something. It's definitely
I
something.
don't know.
I don't
He's got the magic
disagree with you.
thinkies. Yeah.
Funny you should bring up Bo Blacks, because Bo Blacks actually was trending over this weekend
Let me speak.
because there was a Bo Blacks and Salvo kind of had a little bit of a tiff, right? So what happened is back when they were getting ready to launch the Keemstar show, where Salvo co-hosts on there, they wanted to do this trailer. So they recorded a bunch of video. They shopped around trying to find, well, the story, as I understand it, was Keemstar told Salvo to get it, to make a trailer, whatever. Salvo was like, so I guess he started shopping around to try to find a editor or something to make make the trailer. So I guess they found he found an editor. The guy edited the video. Then he never got paid. He came out and exposed them on it. Then I guess evidently there was another editor that came forward after that.
Oh yeah, that's the story we covered before I left.
Right? Yes, that one. Yes, but then there was another one that came forward after that, though. See, and went to Bo Blacks and said, "Hey, Salvo had hired him to edit one of the Fireball videos down to like a 20-minute little type thing." And then he was never compensated for it or whatever. It turns out the guy, I guess, was supposed to take, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours of video, whatever it was, and compile it down into like a 20-minute highlight reel. And I guess he took the whatever, and it was actually turned out to be about an hour's worth of hour in length. And not only that, but it was like at 360p or something like that, right? Which is just totally unusable. And so, Salvo's like, no, I'm not paying for this, whatever, right?
Right.
Bo Black's stance was, well, you agreed to pay, you should pay, right? The problem is there was never any agreement. There was never, ever, the only thing they had was a vague tweet that Salvo had put out saying, looking for an editor, will pay well, right?
So it's a handshake deal.
It wasn't even a handshake deal, because Salvo said, this is what I want.
Oh, so he didn't even commission the guy. The guy produced it and then expected to be paid for it.
Well, I guess the guy said, I can do it. Salvo says, okay, fine, but here's what I want. And he said, I want it to be 20 minutes in length, and, here's some timestamps to get you started. Okay. Evidently, the 20 minutes turned into 60 minutes, and it was at 360p. And Salvo says, I'm not paying for this. Get bent. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I asked for. I'm not paying for it. Now, the problem is there was no clear, definitive, like, this is what I want. This is the resolution that it has to be. This is the hard time limit that I want it to be as far as length, overall length. And this is when I got to have it by, right? So there was no really hard, definitive outline as far as what was required. So anyway, he and Bo Blacks kind of got into it on one of Bo Blacks' stream. Salvo gets mad, really mad, calls Bo Blacks the F slur, and hangs up out of the Discord. Funny. And so then they do a Keemstar show where Salvo gets into it with what's his name? Buckingham.
Brandon Buckingham.
And they started having
a mental breakdown about Sneeko. Is it Sneeko?
Yes.
Yeah, he shaved his head and like hyper fixated and had a weird stream with Ice Poseidon.
Yes.
To confirm all of his nobody stood up for me whenever it was being canceled online. You're all faking gay. And then like it would be all fine and dandy if Brandon had a mental breakdown and for legitimate reasons about, being canceled online, nobody sticking up for him. However, if, everyone's probably privy to this already, but Brendan then danced on Sneeko's grave, kind of bad sportsmanship. Like,
Sure, because he got kicked off of YouTube, right? He got
and it's
terminated
like,
off of
sure,
YouTube. Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna fucking cry over a dude who said you raped his girlfriend.
Nah.
Mistelling the truth there. But yeah, it's a little weird that you're going this hard.
Sure.
He's obviously like, a little bit screws loose somewhere up there.
Oh, 100% screw loose, right?
So, anyways, Tommy goes on to say it was brought up to him by Matt Pitt, and then Tommy said, "Oh, fuck him," nobody talked to him, excommunicado from the community.
100%, yeah.
And I don't know. I think I'm on board. I think this guy's corruptible. It's easy to see.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you're gonna be like so fucking, manic depressive to have like this weird, like 2-hour stream where you're really hyper fixated on the issue. One, I get it, but you're also a public figure, and that's kind of the gig.
Yep.
No.
100%.
Should you get special treatment?
No, not at all. Right.
I mean, the dude's like a genius. Like, he's talented. Like, I mean, his work on YouTube is like it's a next level type shit.
Yeah,
like,
he's very
documentaries
talented
about fucking the streets of like Florida or whatever. Like, there's gang ridden.
Yeah.
Like, he goes down like to the worst part of Chicago.
Yeah.
Where it's called like Chirac or whatever. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's a great fucking YouTuber, but like, man.
But so anyway, Keemstar, I guess, has his contact information, calls up Brandon. Brandon and Sabo get into it. Sabo starts calling him Broken Brain. I think it was Broken Brain Brandon and stuff, kind of going after him. Hey, Zero, how you doing, buddy? Anyway, just starts kind of going at him and stuff, what have you. They kind of go, anyway, sets up to have a boxing match.
That's a bad idea.
So I think it's a horrible idea.
Brandon's like, not only is he a MMA fighter, a black belt, he's also really fucking good.
Yes.
Like, he wins tournaments and shit. Like, he has videos of it on his channel. Like, that's not a good idea.
Yeah. So
I was gonna get his shit wrong.
Exactly. So anyway, like a day or so later.
But to be fair, boxing is a different game than MMA.
Oh yeah.
But like, still, you're not a fighter, Salvo, unless you have some fucking belts that you would like to show us. Yeah. But all right.
Well, because he took down Chris the Narc one time on one of the Keemstar shows and pinned him. He thinks he's accomplished now.
Have you seen his build? He does not go to the gym.
Well, I can't talk about anybody's build because I mean I look like a damn potato, so I'm not going to say
I can't. Right? Salvo, I could beat Salvo in a fight. And I'm not even particularly like.
Whoa! Don't say you're going to beat Salvo and kick his ass because he just called Boi DMax out and we're going to get into him going to Canada.
I would take that fight immediately.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Because I'd win. Right. There's no doubt in my mind. I would beat the shit out of him.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
But anyway, so they had this whole back and forth over on the Keemstar show, and they supposed to get this thing struck up to where they're going to do a boxing match or whatever it is. And so like a day or two later, Augie is streaming, and Boi DMax makes a very, I think, acute observation. He says, Brantley, which is Keemstar's girlfriend, is beating the shit out of Savo. How does he think he's going to take on Brandon Buckingham? He goes, for that matter, he goes, I could kick Savo's ass. Well, Savo took offense to this, right? And so anyway, he does a show, and he calls Boi DMax out and calls him all kinds of, he talks about how that he's tired of people like him and Smaggle and some of these other people ruining his internet, and that they rode a particular short bus for a reason. They need to be kept away from the regular people. And I mean, he kind of went at it pretty hard and all that, right? And it was all for his little bit, his joke or whatever. Fine. All well and good. But, so then we fast forward to this past Friday. Now, Dead on Dave had Boi DMax scheduled. That's his regular night that he does a co-hosting show with Dave, right? And so, we get ready to go into this show, and I'm talking to Dave. I said, dude, I don't know. I don't know if Boi DMax is going to be here. He goes, well, why? I said, all day long, Savo had been posting on Twitter like he did a video where he was at the airport, And then he was posting pictures of him inside of an airplane. He was posting pictures of him going into I guess the city or whatever where Boi DMax lived and all this other shit. So Boi DMax comes on the stream that night and he's like, oh, it's all, Boi DMax like, he's not here, yada, 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 yada. And then Savile kept posting more pictures. Then it got to where it was like right in basically walking distance of where Boi DMax lived. And how he got that information, I don't know. Huh. But then Boi DMax says, hey, I'll meet you at this park. And so right there in the middle of the stream and everything, man, Boi DMax gets up and leaves. And so they get it worked out that when he gets to the park that he's going to call back in on his phone on Discord and stream the whole thing. And bless his heart, he did. I was nervous through this whole thing. And this is not a work. This is not me. And what I was actually concerned about Josh Boi DMax. I was concerned about him. Because I never ever once did I think that I never thought Sabo was there. I thought it was all a work. And I thought it was all just a gimmick or whatever. And, and Boi DMax was the same. He looked at it like this was content, and it was. And I mean, Dave got to where he had like over 500 people watching the stream.
Damn.
Right? Yeah.
Good job, Dave. Shout out to Dave.
Awesome. For Dave. And
congratulations.
I mean, he had people in the call with him, like, Drew is sharing. Edwin was there. Chris the Narc. Petty Page was a UK streamer. She was in there. Keemstar called in, telling him not to go, that Savile had a knife and was going to stab him. I mean, even Keemstar was hyping this up and stuff, right? Kid behind a camera was even in chat, was watching the stream. I mean, it was a pretty big deal. I was really, really happy for Dave and was tickled to be a part of it and everything, right? So I'm watching all this stuff go down, but then I'm thinking to myself, okay, now I have friends. Terry, you've met and had conversations with Terry, great guy. Yeah, great guy. And Canada is a great country, but I know from I know from conversations with my buddy Terry, right? Right. And I've been to Canada, and I think Canada is a wonderful country. I don't agree with all their policies, the way they do things, but I think the people are really nice. I think that the country itself is a beautiful country. Okay.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And, but I know, I know that they have some of the same issues that we have here in the States, right? Like you have the drug addicts and stuff that live in the parks and shit, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, okay,
theirs is worse because they have fucking like harm prevention programs. They're like, we're going to give you free needles and methadone so you can, we're going to prevent your harm, but, fucking enable you to be worse of an addict.
And this is nothing against Boi DMax, because I have a newfound and very high level of respect for Josh now, Boi DMax. But what I was concerned about, because Boi DMax self-admitted is autistic. And I know,
and that's his fault.
That's his fault. That's right. No, I just know from all the years that I worked in public schools and stuff, and being around autistic people, that sometimes they do not read social situations.
That's the whole thing.
Very well,
that's
right?
Bag.
Yes.
With Asperger, they can't tell social cues. They can't read expressions.
Exactly right.
It varies to like a degree.
Yeah. So if there was,
it's like when people get mad, like they genuinely do not know. Like that's the thing that you have to remember. Like to be patient with people with autism. Like like whenever you see them like continually like be annoying or take a joke too far, it's like they literally do not. You have to be very explicit with them and say like, hey, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. It's inappropriate, because they just don't know.
But so I was kind of concerned because, like I said, I never for one second thought that there was anything malicious on Savile's part. I really didn't. I thought this was all just good, wholesome entertainment. It was fun. It was exciting. It gave us something to
can't infer that. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think. Boi DMax was. I think he was sincere. He was going. If Savile had been there, he was going to try to fight him. He was going to.
That's my point.
Yeah, but my concern was this, because like I never even once thought Savile was there in Canada. I really didn't. Right. But my concern is that, because here's Bo Blacks and he's walking around this park at night. It's dark. It's raining. Who knows who's in this park? Who knows what type of state of mind? Safe. Yeah. And so the father in me, right? Because Josh is around the same age as my sons. So the father inside me, I had like, what do you call it? Butterflies in my stomach. I was really nervous and apprehensive about this. I was scared, right? Because I was like, oh God, because if somebody like a drug addict or some meth head or whatever, because they got meth up there too. So like if some meth head comes out, whatever, tries, is Bo Black's going to have enough to extricate himself from that situation, right? That was my concern.
You have like the fucking awareness to like, like notice something a bad deal.
Yeah,
like
let's fix that. Yeah,
like read bad vibes.
So here's the good news.
It's part of the gig.
Here's the good news. All right. So the only thing that happened to Bo Blacks was he got soaking ass wet, and his phone may actually be ruined because it got full of rain.
Well, not for nothing. I had a buddy like when I went to college with. He had Asperger's. Like he was my roommate.
Sure.
And I have a pretty good run with dealing with people with autism. Like I remember like one of the first things he did was like, it was 3 a.m. I woke up because I heard like the Xbox. Like he was playing my Xbox sitting on the chair. Yeah. And I was like, Adam, it's 3 a.m. What are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm playing Xbox. And I saw he's eating something. I was like, he's eating one of my Hot Pockets out of my mini fridge, like my food.
Yeah.
And I was like, Adam, why are you eating my food? He's like, oh. He was like, I don't know. I was hungry. And I was like, you're supposed to ask, Adam. He's like, oh, can I have a Hot Pocket?
No, I want you to put the son of a bitch back. You can't have it. Yeah.
But like, and I was like, dude, it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, why are you playing video games and eating my fucking food? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know.
But they don't.
He didn't know.
No,
he didn't know.
And it's not malicious or anything like that. They just, and
like social boundaries don't make sense to them.
No,
it's like they just do not understand. And like sometimes I'd take him to Dallas in the city, and oh my God. He would walk into like a murderous, like he would see somebody with murderous intent and just be like, hi, how you doing? Like a fucking like dude, like a pickpocket or like somebody with fucking like stitched out on meth.
Yeah.
And he'd just be like, what are you up to? Like, it's like, dude, stop.
Yeah, they can't read
stay
the
with
cues.
Me.
No.
I'd have to fucking wrangle him.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. I could not take him anywhere. I took him to the city twice and I stopped because I swear to God, he'd be like seconds away from death and just not know.
Yeah. So. But anyway, I don't want to, I guess what I'll say is if you guys haven't watched it, check out, I'm a matter of fact, what I'm going to do here, because I'm a good guy and I'm going to put my buddy Dave over here. I'm going to, let's see here. There we go.
Adam was a liability. He fucking flew glider planes for like some fucking, like as a civilian for an Air Force thing. Like he never joined the Air Force. He was such a weird guy. He's so cool. I never met anyone like him. I should text him sometime and see what he's up to. He's a cool dude.
But that I just pinned the link to Dave's video. Check it out. Not now. Wait till the stream's over with. But if you missed that live stream, it's 3 hours of nothing but constant entertainment and hilarity. But anyway, Bo Blacks, made it back home, and there was some real suspense stuff right there at the very end of it. But anyway, it's well worth it. Go watch it, check it out. Dave had like I said, we had a really good stream. I was glad I was allowed to be a part of it. And I think that's pretty much got us up to, other than I think, what's his name? He doesn't go by, Puff Daddy anymore. It's what, Yee? I guess he's lost his ever loving mind, I guess.
What, Kanye?
Yeah. I guess
not Puff Daddy, it's Kanye. People are talking trash about Kanye. Dude, Kanye's doing Kanye. He's a musical genius. Nobody understands him. He's going to say some wild shit, but you have to fucking keep in mind that man produces some of the best music we've ever seen on this fucking planet. And if you argue with me about that, you're factually inaccurate and wrong because the man is a fucking talented genius.
Well, I don't know. I don't listen.
He could literally
that type
kill
of
somebody
music,
on
so
TV, and I wouldn't care.
you
Like
wouldn't
he's
care?
that important to culture.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I love Jesus, dude. I don't give a
Okay.
shit.
All right. All
Write
right.
me. At me on Twitter. Actually, don't at me on Twitter. I'm not gonna talk to you. But anyways, you can try.
Yeah.
Fucking Kanye forever. I don't care. Piers Morgan can eat a dick. He tried to get Kanye in an interview. I watched that this morning. It was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Kanye tweeted about the Jews. Oh well, the Jews control Hollywood. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Look it up for yourself. I don't give a shit. What I know is Kanye produces the most insane, magical fucking masterpieces I've ever fucking listened to in my life. The man is talented, and you are not. That's my fucking rant. There you go.
There you go. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's pretty much got us all caught up on what's going on. So Banana and I are in, I guess discussions, I guess would be the way to put it, of trying to work out a schedule because, coming back from London, his creative juices are just oozing out of his pores. And
yeah, I've been around million sub guys now, and I've been touched by excellence.
But we're going to try to do a few more shows and stuff, right?
Yeah, that'll be sick. Once I hopefully I get fucking past whatever the hell London was constantly assaulting my fucking allergies, like just my nasal pest. That city is relentless. It's like 120% humidity. It's fucking.
Yeah. Well, I imagine, it's like anytime you change, even here in the States, like if you go from one region to another region, there's different pollens, different concentrates of pollen and stuff like that.
No, I just think it's an evil, like Cthulhian, like Lovecraftian horror nightmare island that just assaults your body and it kills you over and over again. Yeah.
Okay, so we have some questions in the
dude,
in the
his
chat
people open mouth coughed in my face. Joey's people, Londonites. Like there's people just like like right in your fucking face, and I was like, "Excuse me, man." Like so, yeah, I got sick. Shocker.
All right,
I got sick because you're fucking these people.
All right,
these animals.
So your buddy Brick says Piers is a Karen. It's true. I won't disagree with that. He also says he, I guess meaning you, drank that creative juices in London. Yeah, he drank the juice.
6 inches, baby.
Yeah. JFA says, did Banana Grabber beat the ever living crap out of his roommate? Roommate stealing food. That's automatic fight.
No, because why would I harm Adam? Adam's a saint. He's one of the most he liked orthodoxy before it became trendy. Yeah. Like he went. I always thought he was a spy. Yeah. For the Russians, because he would go to a Russian Orthodox church, and I was like, why? It's like, what are you doing over there? What's the point? Because he's autistic. He loved it.
Yeah, well,
thought it was cool. He had like this resin from like a 2,000-year-old tree that he got, and like his dad was a doctor, so everyone that I went to a private university, and everyone there was like a son of somebody, except for me. I didn't belong there. But
you were a son of somebody.
No, I'm not.
Just wasn't nobody of importance. It was just an average guy, right?
Yeah, just
like me, just average born. We are what we call low born, not high born. Right?
Seth Jurgensen says it was me. She coughed in my face.
Did she?
Yeah. No, she didn't.
I don't think she's tall enough to cough in your face.
She literally can't. She can't. She'd have to like jump to.
Yeah. She looked like she was, as I like to say, she was vertically challenged.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But she was cute as a button. I'll say that. She is cute as a button. So
you guys are so mean. What the fuck? We're just kidding, Seth. All love.
If you ever I tell you what, Seth, if you make it here to the States, or if I can make it over to London next time, whatever, I'll give you a big old Southern bear hug and all will be forgiven. I promise. So, yeah. Seth gave Banana COVID. Is that right? Joey says Seth gave you COVID. Is that right, Banana? Have you got?
No, I didn't. It's not COVID. I wasn't like. It's just I'm fucking miserable. Yeah. It's horrible.
Oh, I bet you it's probably that London fog. I hear it's pretty bad.
The city is fucking polluted as shit. Like I said, I wasn't joking when I said like going to the underground. It smelled like burnt rubber and fucking plastic. Like, really is just disgusting. The air
I know
quality.
they have like I know they have really bad smog and stuff, right, in London.
And it also
So,
smells like cigarettes literally everywhere in London because
Yeah.
everybody in that fucking country smokes.
oh
Yeah.
God. Beaver McWood says that Seth is diseased.
That's so mean. Why so mean to Seth? Seth's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was one sad thing that happened.
Oh, Seth Jurgensen comes back at Beaver McWood. At least I'm not mentally challenged. There you go. Give him hell.
We did
Beavers
have
is
one.
also a simp.
We did have one loss in our community while you were gone.
I heard about that, man. I'm very fucking sorry to hear that. I sent
uh,
him my best wishes and shit. Yeah.
Matt Pitt lost his mom suddenly, and
I saw that and my fucking stomach dropped.
yeah, because
I know, like, he's told me how close he is to his
yeah.
mom. Yeah.
I think the world of Matt. I think he's a grade A good guy, even if he only has one working foot. And but I enjoy. I've really enjoyed working with him over on Dave's stream, and he has this innate ability to tell these silly ass stories that we cover on these shows, right? These quote drama topics and stuff. He just has this way of telling the story to even where if it's not really that interesting, he makes it interesting and then makes it very palatable. What's the word I'm looking for?
Palatable.
Palatable to hear and to and makes it enjoy. And so
yeah. Well, Matt is more talented than I could ever hope to be. So,
100%.
That's for damn
100%.
sure.
And I know
all
he's
the fucking best to him.
Yeah, I know he's taking some time, and he needs to take.
Can't imagine.
He needs to take some time. I know that when I lost my dad, it set me back on my heels a little bit, and it does take you some time, but I just hope Matt knows that everybody out here in this community thinks the world of him. We have the utmost respect for him.
Yep.
And we miss him, but I hope he knows that that we want him to take all the time he needs and to get where he needs to get, and that when and if the day comes where he wants to come back and do that, with open arms, he will be welcomed. So anyway. Well, guys, I don't have anything else. I know that Dave is not going to be able to stream until Wednesday because he's got moved. He is in his new. You know what? Matter of fact, let's just do this because I'm gonna just. I feel like throwing some love to my buddy Dave. So let me go here right quick to this and bring this up and. Dave is in the process of moving into a new apartment, by the way. I don't know if you know this or not. But anyway, let me just bring this up here on the old screen. So Dave is like he's moved in this new apartment, and well, that's not. Let me go like this here. Is this get? Yeah, this gets us. Here we go. So he's got it. He's got his computer moved over and everything set up. He's got his table and everything. So he's setting up his studio in his new apartment. It looks really neat. And I'm excited for him. I think he even put out a little bit updated to this here. Yeah, he's got his copious hat rack there ready to go, so he could do his hat changes for you guys. And anyway, yeah, it looks like he's getting settled into his new apartment, and so Wednesday we should be back on Wednesday, and
Good.
With Willie Mac Wednesdays. And if you're not subbed to Dave, please get over and sub to him. He is almost at 10K subs, man. And so I know that's a big milestone that he's wanting to hit, and I'd love to try to get, we've added a few subs while you were gone. We're up to 200 and I think 61 now.
Yeah, good job.
Very,
Good job.
very appreciative of that. So, are you planning on doing any, stream? I know you were trying to do a little streaming before you left. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try. Stay
okay.
tuned. Got
Yeah.
a very heavy schedule, but I'll get in there
Yeah.
eventually. You'll see notifications on your fucking in the Discord, and if you're subscribed to my Twitch.
Uh-oh. Hang on here. We got a tip from JFA says, whoa, where are you going? We want 3 more hours.
3 more hours, you can get fucked. Tip $100. Yeah, get us to 1,000 subscribers. We'll talk about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that marketing work. Help us out.
Exactly. Yeah. Seriously, we do appreciate you guys sharing the love and sharing out our streams and shouting us out. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We really do.
Yeah.
And
it's very nice to have people actually watching the show.
It is.
Sick.
I'm
not even being sarcastic. That's really cool. Like
I love having JFA there, even though he can be aggravating at times. I love him there. And I love that we still have people like Zero Core that's there, and he's been rock solid from the beginning. Yeah, he's OG. And Seth and Joey and all the rest of the guys. So
I gotta piss like a motherfucker.
Well, what else is new? You always have to be. But anyway, no, seriously, we're gonna get out of here, guys. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us today. Banana, thank you for sharing your trip with us and letting us live vicariously through you. We appreciate that, buddy. Anyway, until next time, guys, we'll see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.